Oh, it's Planet Wisp Classic. David's actually still drunk. He decided to record more.
No,
Sorry,
we're recording 2 weeks later. I haven't had a drink since. Let me take one sip of wine.
Yeah, let's catch back up so you can, be consistent this way through.
I have a drink with you now, so let me go and just go and.
What do you got? Whoa! What are you drinking? What is that?
Just cola. That was the only thing I had. That was the only thing I had on me.
Some cola, or as they say in the music world, a coda.
Oh my god, there's some kind of like cocktail where you mix Coke and wine. I forget what it's called.
I've had that. I like pretty much anytime like people want to be like to have like some kind of like liquor or wine or drink, I always mix it with Coke or cola or whatever, just because I'm like, I'm not really good with the strong stuff, so let me dilute it a bit.
It's called a Calimocho.
Mm-hmm. I still think it'd be called an Alfred Winecock.
I like that. Man, did you used to watch Alfred Hitchcock Presents when it would air on Nick at Night?
Nope.
No, because we didn't have Nick or Night.
What year was that?
I mean, I think it was the early 90s. It's probably also when I watched Adventures of Superman. Like Nick at Night used to be... I know at some point it just became George Lopez 24/7, but back in the day it was a lot of various shows. Some of them were in black and white, like Dick Van Dyke, and Adventures of Superman. Alfred Hitchcock is in black and white. Bewitched?
David,
well, I mean, Bewitched was in color, though. I mean, maybe it started in black and white.
Bad news for your question.
Yeah.
I was incepted in the early 90s.
You were
watching this.
You were in the Christopher Nolan film Inception in the 90s? Wow, he really started filming that early.
Just like Boyhood.
I know how to yes and that.
Right. Oh, man. Bro, I want to film a movie like Boy, except I'll call it Old Man, and it'll film over 50 years, and it'll start with a man who's like, I hope I never get old, and it'll end with him saying, oh no, I got old. That's a good... Steven, do you want to be in that movie?
I'm already in that movie, baby.
Oh yeah, that's right. I've been filming you since 2006.
Wait.
It's also like that Robert Rodriguez movie 100 Years, where it's like, they made it and then they locked it in a vault and it won't be released until 100 years later.
Oh right, It's just an ad for booze. Oh, yeah, I'm drinking wine.
David, your movie just starts with me coming out of the womb and I say, I'm gonna live forever.
Oh man, right. There was what was it called? There's a movie, I was forced to watch it in school. It's about this guy who's born in the year 1900 on a boat, on a ship. Like, not the Titanic, I don't think, because it's the year 1900. Right. But it was like, we're going to name you Century. Like, it's just a baby. No, like, the baby just shows up. And, like, the baby, I think, is supposed to be a little mystical and magical because they were born on January 1st, 1900, even though that's not technically the beginning of the century. They're like, we're going to call you Century. And, like, stuff happens, but I think they die in their 30s. I can't remember what it's called. I can't remember who's in it. I can't even remember if it's good. I just remember being forced to watch it in high school. Why would you watch that movie in high school?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know what that movie is, because I'm even like trying to look it up and nothing's showing up for me.
Oh, I've just been informed. The film is called The Legend of 1900.
Oh, okay. Now I see it. Now I see it on IMDb.
There you go. Now that I have the title, wow, you found that real fast. Person off the screen.
Thank you, person off the screen.
Yeah, a baby boy discovered on an ocean liner in 1900 grows into a musical prodigy, never setting foot on land.
Oh, that's what it is, right? Because it's like...
Oh, they never went on land. That's a crucial piece of information.
It's like Maria. It's like Maria. She never touched land. She only touched space until she died.
Oh yeah, it starred Tim Roth and it's directed by Giuseppe Tornatore, who's the same director of Cinema Paradiso.
Right. I have no idea why I'd need to watch that in high school, though.
Maybe for like foreign film because it is an Italian movie, so maybe.
But
it's
it's
like
in
foreign.
English.
It's in English, but it's produced. It's like the entire production crew is Italian, so maybe it's like, oh, it's an Italian movie here. This is,
but I mean the good.
Your English teacher came in one day and was like, "All right, class, listen up, sweaties.
Sweaties.
Other languages exist, and today we're going to learn about them.
Oh man, I haven't heard
This is a foreign land called Italian.
I haven't heard the term sweaties in such a long time. Sweaties, that was
Listen up, sweaty.
that's John Schnapp used to, is that what his name was?
I don't know. I got it from Tumblr.
Tumblr. Oh right. Well, there was this guy who used to be on Collider, but he made the documentary The Death of Superman Lives What Happened.
John Schnapp.
John Schnapp, right.
John Schnapp. Yeah.
Right, who did pass away a few years ago, which is unfortunate because I thought he was really entertaining and I liked listening to him talk about nerd things. And it's like when he died, I feel like Collider kind of died at the same time. That's probably is that a hot take? It's probably a cold take.
No, I don't. Yeah, I never even really associated him with Collider. He was like part of like another like online group, and then he just kind of like absorbed into Collider doing stuff, and then he passed away. He was just someone who occasionally did something. I never considered him as part of Collider.
Okay, all right. I just remember him like eventually showing up, and I was like, oh wow, I really enjoy this man, and I enjoyed that documentary. You should watch the documentary if you haven't, because
it is really
right.
The
idea of a Superman movie starring Nicolas Cage sounds like the worst idea that anyone could ever come up with. But when you watch the documentary, at the end of it, you go, "Oh, they really should have made the Superman movie starring Nicolas Cage as Superman." It's probably one of the even if it was weird, like Charmy, it would have I think it would have been weird in such a good way. Like you would have been glad it existed, even if it didn't influence the rest of the Superman mythos. I
think it's a case of like it probably wouldn't be good because you see all of like the pieces of how it could go wrong and a lot of the people involved, like certain people involved, which were going to push it to make it go all the way wrong. But you see there is enough ideas in there being like, okay, there are people in here who know what they're doing and there could have been something good out of this. But I think it's like, especially considering other projects that have come out since, it's like, that it probably wouldn't have turned it. It would have been like, it would have been the whole thing. If it did come out, it would have been like, there was a better movie underneath here.
Probably would have been better
and also it is,
though.
and it's also and it's semi-relevant now because of the Flash.
Yeah, they should have just filmed him properly instead of like just get. Oh hey, hi Blaze. There's like. Right, because in the Flash,
they did film him. It's just they then put a whole bunch of
rubber
around gunk over his face. Yeah, it's not like they just made it's not just that was like a computer Nicolas Cage like that was like he was the only one they actually brought in to do that, and then they just rubbered over him because I guess they need to make him younger for some reason.
Yeah, which is dumb. I mean, because Helen Slater exists. You could have filmed her Supergirl part and then just de-aged her. Like, the de-aging technology works. Don't make her rubber. Although you probably could have gotten Brandon Ruth to be Christopher Reeve, but then you wouldn't have the moment where you go, oh, look, there's Christopher Reeve. But, of course, they did it so badly that you're like, oh, God, you resurrected Christopher Reeve. You're bad at what you're doing. But, underneath all the terrible CGI and underneath Ezra Miller, there is almost a good movie in The Flash. I think, here's a hot take, I think it might be better than Aquaman as a film, like as a concept, as a story. I'm going to say that. I'm not drunk.
I watched Flash for the first time and I rewatched Aquaman pretty recently. I think Aquaman overall is really good. And yeah, it's like Flash has good moments in it. It's just there's a lot of this shouldn't have been in here. It's like
probably not. I think part of it, I think maybe they tried to put too much into Flash. Like, one, it's not even really a Flash movie. Like, I'm probably a sucker for Michael Keaton because Michael Keaton, I think, is like, died twice.
If only
you guys are paying attention.
I know,
if
right?
only there was another better looking movie that also starred Michael Keaton that exists, but sadly that never existed.
Right.
But the McDonald's movie's right there.
Oh right, I watched The Founder not that long ago. I like Michael Keaton. I think Michael Keaton's great. I don't know if he's as great as Blaze the cat, but he's pretty great.
He could be Blaze.
There's still a little bit of wine in this glass.
Oh, okay.
Silver.
Oh, hi, Silver. Right. Because Michael Keaton, see, in like some alternate universe, Tim Burton finished his Batman trilogy, right? And we got a movie that had Billy D. Williams as Two-Face, and we had Robin Williams.
Horton?
Yeah, Tim Hortons. And you had Robin Williams as the Riddler sitting in a Tim Hortons eating like the Timbits going, I love this. And then you follow that up with Superman Lives with not Michael Keaton, with Tim, not Tim Burton, he's the director, with Nicolas Cage as Superman.
What are you saying?
I want to see.
Have you read Batman '89, the comic?
I haven't yet. I really should, because
it's very clear. Like there are things in it that are like, okay, like it's not like this is the movie that they would have made, like, because there's a lot of like stuff that it's like, oh, it's very clearly like with a modern like lens, but I don't think that's bad. I think it's like it's a good continuation because they have a cool take on Robin. Seeing their Two-Face is also pretty cool.
Right. Well, is Robin Marlon Wayans in there?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, not exactly. Like, he doesn't look like Marlon Wayans, but it is like a black Robin.
He is like a nondescript. Right. Yeah. Marlon Wayans still gets residuals from Batman Returns, even though he wasn't in it. Isn't that funny?
Man, if only that was like nowadays, then we wouldn't have this problem. We wouldn't have... just think about how times have changed now, and main characters of shows aren't getting residuals. Oops.
Right. I don't get residuals for Superman or Batman. Of course, I'm not involved in them.
You don't even get residuals for this.
What? Whoa! Right, I'm gonna renegotiate my contract with FTCR.
FTCR is gonna go on strike, and everyone's gonna be like, "Good."
I'm gonna be like, "What changed? They're still not uploading."
Chris, I'll only come back if you provide me with one $3.98 bottle of wine for each recording session.
All right, it's a hard bargain. I'm gonna say no for 6 months and look like an asshole, and then I'll maybe come back to the table.
Oh man, right? This wine's, I think it's pretty good.
A sterling endorsement, I'm hearing.
I didn't finish the review in the previous part. Now I'm wondering if anyone is listening to all these. Oh, I didn't go to their website.
Did you dox the company?
The wine is in the fridge. I can't read the website.
We read it out. And by we, I mean David.
Yeah, I want to go to the website. Can I see the wine?
Oh, yeah, it's Cloud Mario. Look at that.
I love Mario.
Here we go.
Did you know there's a new Mario game coming out?
Oh, when?
It's coming out in October, and it's going to have a new Mario in it. It's not going to be Christopher Martinet. He's actually not in it. He's.
I was so worried you were just going to say Christopher Nolan again.
Christopher Nolan, he would be like, Mamma Mia, let's go. Wow, he could do like a realistic Mario. Right, because we've got the animated Mario, that's fine.
We already have a realistic Mario movie.
Oh, right. Why didn't they make a sequel?
Am
I taking this over? Who wants to tell us?
David, it is funny because I think the Mario movie, right now, I think the Mario movie and Oppenheimer are like right beside each other in terms of highest grossing movies of the year. So
yeah, this is just destined.
And they're both Universal. They're also both Universal movies. It's like they're closer together, intertwined than you may think.
Wow. Wait, because they're both Nolan?
No, they're both made by Universal. Oppenheimer and Mario.
Oh.
And then one's a Nolan movie, the other's Mario. It's like they're both the second and third highest grossing movies of the year. It's like they have more similarities than you may think.
Okay, that's good to know. According to Google, it says that Barbie is the highest grossing movie of the year.
I said second and third highest grossing.
Second and third followed. Yeah, here we go. Barbie,
Mario. We've lost David. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I can't. I don't listen to words. Hey, the bottle of wine was back and it's gone.
Well, it's in my hand now. Where'd that come from?
I was maybe gonna drink more.
Oh,
Cat, what are you doing?
David, I'll say it. You've had enough. Go sit on the
What?
couch and let me read you a bedtime story.
You wouldn't.
There once was a man called Richard Jock. Richard Jock loved to type emails to people he worked with.
I like emails. I once read an email from 1996 that was forwarded to Yasuhara, and it was about how Extreme was being perceived as a terrible game in the press.
Oh,
It was.
that's unfortunate.
Yeah. That's why is it the first email I can think of? You know,
Of all the emails in the world,
hey, you know what? I technically do have an archive of all my old emails. It's just trapped in an AOL file. And so on this Windows 11 computer, I can't run America Online 6.0 to read the files. I need to bust out. Like, I guess I could install
the Pentium 4.
the Pentium. The first computer we had a Pentium 1, but it had MMX technology, and when you turned it on, you saw John Delancey.
Why?
John Delaney.
John Delance, not John Delance.
Are those the videos you uploaded to your channel?
Those are the videos I uploaded to my channel because, like, you turn on the computer and it said, "Thank you for purchasing this compact Presario." There's a
So
big button that
good.
says Q on the top, and if you push it, like, it'll help you, but it won't really help you. And it was like, whoa, it's funny because you played Q on Star Trek The Next Generation. You definitely haven't been involved in the My Little Pony franchise yet. That's how everyone knows him now. I never watched My Little Pony. Actually, I think a girl forced me to watch the first episode once, and I was just like, yeah.
80s series or
Yeah.
the 2010s?
Like the new one, right? I think I was talking to a girl, and she's like, "You should watch this," and I went, "Yeah, thanks."
That was how they got you back then, though. They were like, "Oh, you know, it's like a My Little Pony cartoon, but it's like funny and good for everyone." So you'd be like, "Okay, you give it a shot." And you'd be like, "Well, they're not wrong." But
that's Q from Star Trek, right?
Yeah, that is cute.
Yeah.
that's what he just said.
Yeah, no,
Stefan.
I missed.
That's what the whole story was.
No, I didn't mean Q. No, I meant in My Little Pony he plays Discord, which is basically Q. Like he played
Discord.
Yeah, he played like my Discord in My Little Pony was literally just Q, and like that was why I remember, like, because I've always like I've specifically looked for like his episodes because he's really funny in that.
He is fun. He was also in
Right.
Picard. He was a
Three
feature.
of four of us have watched My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. Steven, did you ever watch any of it?
Did you?
No.
Right.
Okay,
Wait,
you're safe.
Did you watch a lot of it, Chris, or just like a little bit?
I watched the first episode and went like, "Oh, this is good," like people say. But I didn't watch any more because
Right.
I was just like,
I mean, that was basically.
I don't even
what
have
I
the
did.
attention span to watch shows I do want to watch.
That's right. I still haven't finished Better Call Sully.
Oh, you gotta finish
Better
that.
Call Sully, which is the
Better Call Saul.
Oh my god.
That's the
the
X Files. That's the X Files spinoff.
Oh man.
Oh, I thought we were doing a Monsters Inc. thing.
That's what I was
Or
trying
that.
to do. Right, right, because Monsters Inc., Monsters at Work, and then Better Call Sully because he's like,
yes.
Oh, I have seen
Silver.
Monsters at Work.
oh,
Season
how was that show?
That I haven't seen.
It's okay.
Just okay.
If you have a Disney Plusy subscription anyway, you may as well watch all 10 episodes.
Right. We've
It's
talked
okay.
we've talked about the Monsters Inc. universe off mic. Well, not off mic, off
Yes.
recording. We would have to be on mic because we don't live together. Unless we do. Do all of us live in the same house?
What do you think, David?
I don't know. I mean, I've never woken up next to you, Chris.
Streamer house.
No, I guess that's true.
That's right. I remember. I mean, I've been like in hotel rooms with people. I remember one time I was like, I don't want to sleep on the floor. Can I sleep on the bed? And someone was like, I really don't want to sleep next to you. And I'm like, why? And I think it was because, oh, we're both guys. And I'm like, well, like, we're not going to be cuddling.
There's no canoodling to be had, but okay.
Right. I mean, back in the
man.
day, I did go on a couple internet journeys. And I did have to sleep on the floor, like that, which was very uncomfortable. But that's because, like,
Oh, okay.
like we're in there's a hotel room. There's
the-
two beds. There's two people in each bed. There's no room for more people. I slept in between the two
Right.
beds on the floor. Like, where else are you gonna sleep? There's no place to go. I'm not gonna sleep on
I
a
hope
person.
you understood where I was concerned with the juxtaposition of, back in the day, I went on a few internet journeys. And I was like, wait, don't admit to anything you don't want to admit to.
Don't want to admit to anything. Oh, that's right. I won't admit to anything. I definitely have never had alcohol.
Oh, phew, okay.
Whoa.
I was a little worried for a
Okay,
second.
I did finish that cup. I still have half a bottle of wine. What if I just have a little bit more?
Hey, Steven.
Hi.
Steven, how are you? I'm so
Do you
sorry.
like Knuckles?
He's fine. I got over it. He's all right.
Okay.
Okay. Well, as long as you've reconsidered your stance.
Okay.
Because now I can hate Knuckles instead.
Okay. I can pass it over to you. The first time I ever met Some Call Me Johnny, I didn't know who he was. Since we're talking about sleeping on, hotel bedroom floors.
Right.
Yeah, the first time I ever met him, he was sleeping on my floor in New York in 2014. No, it was some Sonic Boom thing, the New York one.
2014, baby.
2014 was the New York one. I wasn't there.
And Gareth was like, hey, can this guy sleep on our floor? And I was like, sure, I guess, yeah. Little did I know, he was famous YouTuber. Some call
You're
me Johnny.
housing a celebrity.
Right.
Didn't even know.
What you should have done is that when you opened the door, you asked him what his subscriber count was, and if it was still under 100,000, you shut the door on his face.
You can pass. Boss says you're good.
Right. Oh, how many subscribers did Some Call Me Johnny have in 2014?
How do you even look
Someone
that
in
up?
our comments.
Right.
Someone in our comments will definitely know.
Wayback Machine.
I mean, archive.org might have it. Oh,
Yeah.
man. Life is unexpected. Be ready to tango. That's what the website for Gallo Family is telling me.
What is that?
It's the wine I'm drinking.
The wine.
Their wines
right.
are made by our family for
Come on,
all
Chris,
families.
keep up.
I'm sorry.
Right. Hey, you're fighting Dragoon. I remember.
Hey, welcome back, David.
I am so.
This is before
Sober
he was.
right now.
This was overused.
Yeah.
Right. What is
Yeah.
Some Call Me Johnny's internet? YouTube. Is it just Some Call Me Johnny?
Just Some
Like,
Call Me John. I am checking on Wayback right now to see if it. Okay, yeah. In 2014, he had 118,000.
There we
Oh,
go.
okay, so he would have been let
he was
in.
allowed in.
He's popular. Wow.
Right. Okay. Here's a good question though. How many subscribers did FTCR have in 2014?
Probably
We've
the same
been-
amount.
Yeah, we've been in this range for a while now. We're building.
Wow.
But, it's been a while.
Well, we need to do marketing. Okay. I got an idea.
Marketing.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, are you looking for a Let's Play channel in 2023?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
so sorry.
Well, like how people can rent a billboard space in New York
Billboards?
for like 30 seconds at a time.
All right. We'll put one outside of Johnny's
Okay.
house.
You said you wanted to know how many we had in 2014.
Yeah.
Can I guess?
10K.
Whoa.
Never mind.
10K. That means you wouldn't have been allowed to sleep in your own room, Steve.
Please, Johnny, the bed's yours. I'm so sorry. So we've almost doubled
Wow.
in 10 years. That's
Hey, that's
depressing.
we get. Well, we said we lost 10 because you made.
I uploaded Sonic streams.
Oh no.
What you could do, right? So if we advertise, we're like, hey, we're still talking about Sonic in 2023. Maybe you'll get 10 new people.
Oh, we'll earn them back. We'll be like,
Yeah.
it's gusto. I say gusto.
I mean, people watch.
I did see some comments from people saying that they came back when they saw the Sonic 4 LP start. So
Wow.
Oh, no.
who
Right.
knows?
Are you checking the numbers? I can't believe this video's over. What happened in it?
The Flash? It was over in a flash.
Whoa. I feel so bad. Maybe next time I will only talk about the video. Oh, hey, it's suggesting to me a 7-hour and 41-minute video where we rank every Sonic character. What if we talk over that? Yeah.